Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is going to be on, let's see, what map is this? Is this Crevasse? Or no, it's Terminus. Ooh, Terminus. Yay, I like Terminus. It is going to be Resolve taking on SPeCiaLiST. Both of these guys Terran players, and what a map for a Terran versus Terran. Doesn't get bigger than this or easier to take a third, so... Oh, this could be an interesting game here. We may be in for a long one. But hold your socks and get yourselves a nice comfortable seat. I'm grabbing myself a Coke. In fact, I may even turn my camera on just so you guys can see that I'm sitting here literally pouring it. Can you hear that? Yeah, that's me pouring a Coke. Pouring a Coke right next to the microphone, but it is going to be Resolve as our yellow Terran up here at the 12 o'clock position. At the 9 o'clock, it's SPeCiaLiST as our pink Terran. Let me just shoot out to the website real quick. And let's just take a look at what we've got for leagues or levels, or whatever you want to call it. It is going to be Resolve is our last remaining diamond level player in the tournament tonight, and SPeCiaLiST a GM. So yikes, a little bit of a difference there. I mean, not something that Resolve can't overcome, that's for sure. I have seen him play before. He does have a fairly decent amount of skill, I'll have to be honest. He's a great player and tons of fun. Nice guy, too. So, but we'll be seeing what he's going to be going for here. SPeCiaLiST going to be working on his barracks here right away. Not going to be walling off or anything like that. Looks as though Resolve is going to be walling off with his racks here. Does have that going down in fairly decent time. We can see that the timings there are fairly crisp. However, SPeCiaLiST did get his gas earlier than his opponent. Still no gas for Resolve quite yet. We should probably see that go down here momentarily, but SPeCiaLiST is going to be going for a relatively gas-heavy opener. That's for sure. Maybe not a build all in all, but definitely his opener is going to require a little bit extra gas, so probably going to see some Reapers is what I'm guessing. Yeah, Tech Lab going down here for SPeCiaLiST. Excuse me. But the Tech Lab here, that is probably going to mean some Reapers here in just a moment. And we'll see where he's going to transition from there. I mean, obviously you're not going to go like a mass Reaper build. Well, I guess it's happened before. But it tends to be fairly rare. I'm not going to expect that at this point. What is his decal? Oh, it's the, look at that. It's that little lion face. Nice looking decal there. Looks like Resolve going to be going for a fast expand here. Resolve tossing that down a little after the 3.5 minute mark there. Kind of interesting. Not a bad deal. But we do have our first Reaper about to be out on the field. Looks like this guy is probably going to get scouted. Yes, he is. Nice scouting there from Resolve. However, there still is the threat of Reapers. This Reaper going to be cruising out across the map here. It appears just to see what's going on. More often than not, when they get scouted like that, they're still cost effective because they do allow you to get a lot of good scouting in. So he's going to be checking the towers here, and off he goes to see what's going on in Resolve's base. He's going to cruise down here and see way too many Marines to deal with, and then scoot around the back. Not a bad little play there. Looks as though these Marines are ready and waiting for this kind of action. They're like, bring it on, Reaper. We've got not as cool a suit as you, but we've got bigger guns, and we shoot a heck of a lot faster. And there are more of us, so they're getting kind of bullyish. What can I say? Marines tend to be bullies. But here we go. This Reaper is going to cruise in here. Looks like he is going to stall production of that barracks for just a moment. And this one as well, or the factory actually rather. Resolve does have that factory going down. Double gas here, so probably going to see some tanks here momentarily. Unless he's going for some Banshees, I guess, which is kind of a little late for a Banshee type build. We'll see how that's going to go. Looks like SPeCiaLiST taking his orbital command, or his command center. Is he going to turn it into an orbital first? Yes, he is. Orbital first, and then going to fly it out. Barracks for him thus far. Second gas going down as well. So looks to be in fairly decent shape. A couple Marines here for defense. Resolve's got actually quite a few Marines. His orbital command is on the way right now. Looks like to be just a little bit ahead of his opponents there, but not by much. However, he is already mining this position there, so not a bad deal. Let's just check in on what we've got for this factory. It is going to be a Tech Lab on the factory, so my guess is we're probably going to be switching the starport over there, since he did put it so close, but we'll see. We shall see. And I just do want to mention that after this game, guys, we are going to do a dollar question, so keep that in mind out there on the live stream. But a couple more tech labs going down here. This one on a barracks. Are we going to see a switch? There is tanks on the way, so maybe not even going to see a switch here. Can't quite tell, to be honest. Let's just check back in with SPeCiaLiST. Maybe he is a little bit easier to read at this point. It looks like he is going to be going for a factory and a starport as well. Notice the reactor on the factory here, so that's kind of interesting. Probably going to see, I don't know, maybe some Hellions out of him. We could potentially see some Hellions. Either that or he's just going to switch this starport over there to the reactor, which actually makes more sense considering that he does have two reactored barracks here. So we'll stick with that for just a minute and hope to be not proven wrong. But a good deal. Excuse me, man, I've got a cough tonight. We do have a great deal of Marines out on the field. We do have some tanks here for Resolve. Looks like he is going to be dealing with that tank play for just a little while. Notice he is working on his siege tech as well. So going to be pretty solid stuff there. Units tab going to show that SPeCiaLiST is ahead quite a bit economically there, which will be making a difference as we move forward. 2 more gas going down for SPeCiaLiST, so he's going to be transitioning to a little bit more gas heavy, which probably means a lot more medevacs and potentially some tanks, but he doesn't do anything with this factory quite yet. Nothing with the factory, so I'll be interested to see what he's going to do with all the gas. I mean, I guess you could produce a lot of medevacs, but still, that seems like overkill for just Marine Marauder medevac, or there's not even Marauders in the mix yet, so maybe he'll just be getting a bunch of upgrades, but he does have a superior economy right now, but not by tons, so Resolve's still definitely in the game. We do have a scan going down here from SPeCiaLiST, just checking out to see what's going on here. Looks like a couple supply depots going to go down right afterwards. Hidden supply depots for now, we will call them. But it looks like Resolve going to cruise out to the center of the map, and here comes a drop from SPeCiaLiST. SPeCiaLiST going to get drop happy. That is 16 Marines headed his way. Dropping these guys in the mineral line, evacuating very, very quickly there. Resolve is going to be pushing out. Oh my goodness. Is he really going for a base trade here? It appears that he may very well be. Putting his tanks in position, going to be loading up these Marines, putting them up on the high ground. Meanwhile, back in his base, SPeCiaLiST going to be blasting things to pieces. He did take out that orbital command, going to be taking out the gas. Looks like supply depot as well, taking out quite a few things. It looks like this attack here for Resolve going to be going okay. Looks like he's going to have to kite very carefully here to try and draw these guys into the range of those tanks. It looks like this factory may even burn down here. Got blasted away for just a little while. This tank needs to probably move either to this position here or to even this position to be a little bit more dangerous here, or just go right up to the high ground. Probably even safer to be lifted up to the high ground. However, it appears that there are no more medevacs to do that, so Resolve going to have to stick with his kiting tactics here. Nice, drawing these guys into the tank fire. A lot of these Marines going to be falling. However, Resolve just didn't quite have the numbers that he needed, and SPeCiaLiST going to be stimming forward here, taking these guys out. The scan going down to try and reveal the high ground, but everything there gets cleaned up, and now SPeCiaLiST, oh wow! Resolve given the GG, well played, because there is too much damage dealt in his base. Cleaned that up in phenomenal shape there. Great game, SPeCiaLiST, showing us why he's a GM. Phenomenal play. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Don't alt-tab. Always alt-Starcraft. We'll see you guys in our next game.